Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. It helps out the YouTube channel and it lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos, guys. So thank you for those of you that smashed the thumbs up, and those of you that haven't already, please do so. It helps out the channel. Now, we're going to talk about WISH stock here, ContextLogic Inc. in just a moment. But before we jump into this chart and everything I have to discuss with you guys about WISH stock, I want to share with you guys the opportunities I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And if that's something that interests you, I want to invite you to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So these were the stocks I mentioned this morning: TYME, STAF, XBIO, and IKT. Now, every single stock gave us small jumps of 3 to 5% after they dipped and popped up, but our home run opportunities were TYME. We talked about this one in the pre-market, jumped nearly 20 to 25% in just a few minutes, dipped back down, and ran back up to a highest point of 25% plus. And XBIO, we caught this one in the pre-market, started to push upwards about 3 to 5%, pulled back down, and ran a 10% plus opportunity right there in just a few minutes, dipped again, and gave a highest point of 25% plus, guys. If you want to become part of this, you're more than welcome to join us. You'll gain access to the stocks I watch daily as well as weekly. Now, let's jump into this chart. So, WISH stock had a nice little jump today and it pulled back down, and it seems to have some type of momentum forming. So we have some key levels to watch here, and the most important thing is the history of the chart to where we're at now and the support of one of the lowest points we've seen this stock reach recently, which was back on the 19th, and that was 883, guys. Remember, the 19th was last week on Monday. The whole entire stock market had a pullback, and the stock actually ran. As soon as it ran up to the highs here of 1034, collapsed again and reached these lows today in the pre-market, and that was 899, and in some platforms you probably will even see 880. So there's a discrepancy of a few cents and so forth. But right now it touched the 8s again, bounced back up, and there's two things that I'm noticing here every time it touches these levels: either momentum fills and builds up again, or there's big whales taking advantage of these prices and loading up, pushing up with momentum the stock. Retail investors follow, push it up higher, and some swing trading is going on in between, as well as long-term positions are being formed and added onto and upon, because these levels of prices are really low. And the last time it touched near $8, the lowest that it went was near $7 and some change. So when it hits the 8s, it's about $1 to $1.30 every time it's touched it, and 30 cents away from the lowest point in the whole entire year. And that's something to be aware of. Now, could it retest those lows? That's the big question. Could it break through those lows? That's an even bigger question, because right now the overall stock market is a little rocky, and then every time it runs up and then pulls back down, and it keeps on hitting newer lows. Because even though, if we forget about this history here and we look at the chart, it's just been going lower and lower, right? Doing newer highs and newer lows, newer highs, newer lows. That's the big question mark. Will it do that? Will it continue in that downward trend? Because if it does another spike up, the point is, will it actually consolidate at these levels or take off from there to newer highs? Or is it going to pull right back down and continue this pattern, right? It did it here, it did it here, did it here, and even most of all right there. And here we are forming another one. So those are the things I'm watching right now with WISH very closely. But the more it pulls back, in my opinion, this is my humble opinion, the bigger the opportunity. I stated that we could head towards 10, that we could head towards, $9 if it broke through it, and that we might even touch between $9 and $8.50. And it's done all of that so far, right? Lowest point right here around the 880s. So it is important to be aware of where we stand. This could be the bottom or very near it, but we have not seen the bottom just yet, because a reversal would actually push this up to newer highs. like it did back here, right? When it dipped here and reversed and continued that pattern, because here it shot up, pulled right back down, ran up, and it's going right back down. So it hasn't really done a full reversal out of these lows down here, because you got to think about, like I stated, the whole entire chart. It hasn't gone out of these levels, which is $16, $15 to go up to the upside to newer highs. Once it breaks out of that, it might have some momentum behind it and volume that can push it up way beyond those levels. Now, what are we looking at for tomorrow? The first thing is the 50-day moving average, which is actually above the price right now. I don't have it pulled up because I don't want us to focus too much on bearish and bullish, but the price is below it. We are in bearish territory, so just keep that in mind. And what is our supports? Well, I've talked about the supports before this one, but let's talk about the lows of today and what I would look at first, right? So the low of today is $8.99. I'll just round that up to $9. And if it breaks through that, I would watch between $9 and $8.50. And then before getting there, right, because it ran up and pulled back down, I would dissect the chart and look at $9.12, guys. $9.12 to $9.11 right there in both of those spectrums to see how it reacts between that area of $9.11 all the way down to $8.99, which I would just round that up to $9, guys. So I would watch very closely within that difference of 11 cents to see if the bulls try to reappear and bring it back up, or if the bears tear this one down fairly fast. Now, our resistance level, which I'm just going to skip through all of these, is the highest point reached in the day, and that's right up here at 944. Okay, that needs to be broken through by the bulls to build momentum, continue this trajectory, right? And it would actually create that upward move. Then if it kind of dips a little bit and moves up, it can start doing that staircase effect, right, to continue reaching newer highs and new resistance levels beyond what the chart shows, guys. And it can just continue going higher, then get closer up here to 978, and then obviously $10 plus, and continue the momentum to the upside as we see it forming right here. As you can see, the bulls bringing it back up, testing back down a low, and reversing it again. But just as quick as they're trying to reverse it, the bears are reappearing. So this is in tug of war zone right now. So it is something to watch very, very carefully. Pay close attention to who's dominating in the chart. And if it goes any lower, watch it carefully. We don't know the bottom, but the more it pulls back, the bigger the opportunity. But if it consolidates and it doesn't just shoot up straight up, but consolidates, right? I've talked about that before as well, within this channel of about 880, 850 to all the way up here to 950, and kind of stays within that area until the next catalyst, it will be a sign of strength for the bulls. If not, they could actually go into further weakness and get closer back to 750, and that's going to be something to watch very closely. As always, if you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with the friends so they can receive the insight as well. And if you found this helpful and informative beyond just the chart analysis, and you want to know what stocks I watch daily and weekly, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and we look forward to having you join us. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.